So in my previous video I have spoken about the Nvidia Shield Pro Edition 4K HDR Android TV. But nevertheless I just want to do a focus on the retro emulation on the device. Because in my previous videos I have spoken about the GT King, I have spoken of the older Nvidia Shields, but the Pro is an improved version of the old 2050 model and also the 2070 model. And I was really impressed with the performance when it comes to playing retro and also Android games. But in this video we're going to do a deep dive, we're going to take a close look at some higher end systems, and I just wanted to see what it is capable of. Because this is one of the best but also one of the most expensive Android box you can find. But let's put this thing to the limit and let's see what we're going to get. I will use an Xbox 360 controller because I didn't get the extra Shield controller. To be honest, the Xbox 360 controller is perfectly for this build. And when you're using emulators, most of the emulators are just basically plug and play. They will recognize the controller instantly. So I think it's very convenient. So consider subscribing, hit the little bell, becoming the Wicked family. And let's go and let's play some retro games on the Nvidia Shield. Okay, so we're going to do more testing, but I wanted to focus on the high-end stuff. And with high-end stuff, I mean GameCube, PlayStation 1, I also want to do Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, and not to forget PSP. Those systems have struggled big time on the GT King and older versions from the Nvidia Shield. And with the Pro, I just want to push this thing to the limit. Arcade games, two-dimensional game run perfectly. When you're looking at 16-bit, you can run this thing on the freaking potato. But I just wanted to skip this all and just don't waste your time and focus on the most important thing. Because let's be honest, if it can run, let's say, PSP, it can also run all the other stuff. Depending what kind of emulator, of course, you're using. So therefore, I'm just going to skip all of this and I'm just going to do a main focus on the higher end stuff. If you want to see more of this 8-bit, 6-bit stuff whatsoever, go check the gaming channel. Here we'll upload extended video testings of a certain platform only. But here we're going to mix it all up and we're going to play some high end stuff. Okay, so first up we're going to try one of my favorite emulators, Dream. We're going to push it to 4K. Take in consideration if you want to have 4K option, you need to purchase the app in the Play Store. Dream is one of my favorite emulators for the reason because it works very well, and even in combination with the Nvidia Shield that has quite some power, you can see with a minor hiccup here and there, all the games run very smoothly on 4K resolution. So I think when you want to play Dreamcast on the Nvidia Shield, it will be a very pleasant experience. Okay, so let's try some GameCube, and with GameCube it's more like a mixed bag. Some games run really slow and are basically unplayable, and some of them when you're going to get into the game, they will run just fine. So that's quite a little bit of disappointment, because GameCube is a really great platform and has a lot of amazing games. As you can see, this game runs way better than the previous one, and it's more like a combination of the game, the program you're using, and of course what kind of hardware you're using. So this is a little bit of a bummer. It's more like a trial and error, or in other words a mixed bag when it comes to this GameCube gaming on the Nvidia Shield. So then we're having F-Zero GX, a great example. This game runs really choppy when you're going to get in the title screen, but in the end, when you're going to boot it up, the game seems to be running just fine and it is playable. Alright, so I just wanted to include the PlayStation in the list here. We're going to start off with Bloody Roar 2, and this is a game that runs very well on the Nvidia Shield Pro, but also on the previous models. So Nvidia Shield and maybe also the B-Link Pro and all the other versions can run PlayStation 1 very well nowadays. So in that case, PlayStation 1 is not super demanding, but just fun to include here on the Nvidia Shield Pro testing video. Okay, I was just going to say straight on is that the God of War Chains of Olympus will not run perfectly on this box. Tekken 6 will run very well. It will have some minor hiccups, but in the end it runs very good compared with Chains of Olympus. So just want to take consideration that it's a mixed bag when it comes to PSP, so hereby in a couple of testings. Alright, so the Sega Saturn is running very well on the Nvidia Shield Pro. I turned off frame skipping and it's just running on native device resolution. You can see it looks very crisp and clear. Without any hassle, the games run very well. Like I mentioned in my main review, if you compare this the old Nvidia Shield with the new ones, they're getting really close to the performance. It's not a big boost with the Pro. And I think the boost you're going to get with the Pro is enough to play a lot of high-end stuff, and that PSP with the PPSSPP runs very well overall. It's mixed bag with a lot of stuff like the GameCube. So is it a perfect emulation machine? No, because you can get yourself on, let's say, an old PC and run those things way better than Nvidia Shield. But still, you're paying for an Android-based Nvidia Shield, very powerful device that can run a lot of great stuff and can of course do other things like playing Android games. Don't forget to check out the main review if you're interested in Nvidia Shield Pro, or check out the gaming channel for more extended testing. Consider subscribing to the channels, hit the little bell, and I will see you in the next video.